So it's sad that it's come to this, but this is actually our final video for the Norwegian Bliss
Aww.
cruise series. And so we're just going to show you the food that we had throughout our entire cruise.
Yeah, so here we got the buffet. If you want to be healthy, you eat some salad, or if you want to be maybe kind of healthy, you eat some chicken breast. I think that's sauerkraut, mushrooms. You got hot dogs.
Yeah, there was a lot of variety here, so you could really get your fix if you're craving like any type of cuisine, really. So it was really nice having that variety. Although I can say I didn't actually eat here often.
I did,
I
I
was
did.
I was mainly
Pizza.
dragged here by Kevin. I still, prefer eating at the Haven, but obviously that's not a choice to everyone.
Yeah, for sure. And just on the past ships, I will always go to the buffet, like every meal, even after the Haven too.
So one thing that I did really like about this buffet, obviously, is the ice cream that you're seeing right here. So I would
Yeah.
always get the matcha. That's something that I always got, and that was something that actually wasn't offered at the Haven. So you can't get everything.
They also used to have a crate station, but on this ship, not really, as they have a different store for crepes, and we will show you. So we got some desserts here. I never really ate much of this stuff, but like Lisa said, just a lot of variety. So if you want pie, like banana cream pie is my favorite, I will get that.
So next we have one of my, I would say, top experiences while on board.
做我这个。 takoyaki, we are ready for all the showing, the performing, the fun. Yeah, I can't wait.
I'm excited too. This is like the first time I've had takoyaki in 3 years. The last time we went was when
My
I took
birthday
him
in
for his 70th
Vegas.
birthday in Vegas. So,
Can't wait.
and I'll actually insert a tour for that. I think I still have one.
Yes, yes. Hola, gang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on. Yes. Very nice.
Flower. Oh, butterfly.
All the way from China. Her name is Anaconda. India. I like a moment.
I would say Teppanyaki has always been my favorite specialty restaurant because it's very entertaining and they're basically cooking the food right in front of you. So as you can see, it's a heart-shaped fried rice and basically, like I said, very entertaining.
One more.
Only three. Only one.
This is your last chance.
Okay.
All right, last chance.
Come on.
Fight.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3. Ah!
Maybe not one night.
1, 2, 3. Ah!
I believe we got the seafood combo, so it came with scallop, shrimp, and also calamari. They used to have lobster as part of this combo, but I guess they decided to take it out. But it was still very delicious, and like I said, like it's just very entertaining, and you get pretty full from teppanyaki because you got fried rice, and then you even get salad and soup beforehand, and then also dessert right after.
Did you enjoy your coconut? Yeah.
We also dined at Ocean Blue, so we have some pork belly here as an appetizer. It was very delicious. Goes well with rice too. And over here we got the shrimp cocktail Haven restaurant used to have it, but not anymore. But it was very fresh and delicious here.
So Kevin actually ordered the clam chowder. Fun fact, I actually do not like it, but this was quite tasty. I tried it. It was pretty good. And obviously they had gumbo and it was really, really good. So I had to get that.
Oh, yes, it was very good. And this was stupid of me. I actually got steak and lobster despite they have this in the Haven restaurant. My mom had recommended like the whole lobster, but I misheard and thought she meant steak and lobster. So this was still good, but definitely kind of a waste of an order because I can get it in the Haven. And here we have Lisa's favorite place on the ship ever.
No, so this is actually my second favorite place outside of like the lounging area for the Haven. And so I would actually come here like a few times on the ship. You would actually need to pay for this. It's crepes, okay? I love crepes. This is actually like a lemon crepe. It was very tasty. And here we have...
Dulce de leche, I think.
Yeah, dulce de leche.
Very delicious.
Very, very good. And so... like I said, this is not included in the cruise like meal options or service, so I would literally just pay out of pocket for this and a cappuccino. It's my favorite go-to.
Lastly, we have the Food Republic, and basically it's a la carte, and you order off the iPads based on what you would like to get. Lisa's very excited for Food Republic. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
You're excited for Food Republic?
I suppose. I'm still
That's a
half
yes.
asleep.
That's a yes. Here we have the pepper squid. It was very good, but not enough quantity. And then here I got the dragon roll, I believe. I love sushi, but I don't really get it often because it's kind of pricey, and it's also pricey here as well. Check it out. Entirely. Are you excited? Are you excited?
Yeah, it looks like there's a glaze on here, so.
Alright. Wasabi in the ship, I believe.
Hey guys!
We are back.
Yeah, so funny story. This is actually after Christmas. We're making this recording. Just wanted to do like a recap of the cruise. After we went back to LA, I actually stayed for a few days just to hang out with my best friend.
She left me by myself, man. She left me by myself. No, I'm playing.
So we just hung out to just talk stuff like about bachelorette, wedding, all that jazz. So Kevin went home early,
any of this stuff,
and I stayed for a few days. And then after that, obviously, was like the holiday, lots of work, all of that. So here we are now. So we're ready to give you recaps of the cruise.
So just very first question, Lisa, what did you think about the cruise? Did you have a lot of fun?
Okay, so I had a lot of fun, a lot more fun than I thought. Like, I don't know, I think for some reason I expected a cruise to just be filled with like older people. No offense and nothing wrong with that, but I thought it would just be board games centered around like entertaining them, because I thought that was the main demographic that they were targeting. But I really found that there was something there for everyone. And for us, we went to trivia multiple times, had a lot of fun. We also met like a few guests as well. And so it was just really nice being able to interact with people and just having, you know, those type of events cater to you. So even if you were at sea, you weren't really bored. There was always something to do, whether it was going to the casino, which we did quite a bit, or, you know, just going to the different events that they had listed each and every day, as well as shows. We went to like 2 magic shows, and then we also went to like a musical. So all very, very fun. Overall, I really, really enjoyed it. However, the caveat is, so we stayed in the Haven, right? It's just going to be very difficult for me in the future to have an experience that's very similar to that if I'm not staying in the Haven. Like, I don't even know why I started the cruise off that way. Like, maybe if I stayed in like a room on like one of the lower decks and worked my way up, you know, I would have been able to be like, you know what? I had a good time, but like I'm okay with like the humble beginnings. But like, no, I really love the lavishness, and I really want to continue living that life of luxury when I travel. So I really don't know how I'm gonna cruise in the future, but yeah, I really had a wonderful time cruising. It was I can't even explain it. It was great.
Yeah, and also because I've been on many cruises in the past, and this was actually my first cruise in 5 years, and I like the fact that when I got on, it was as if I never stopped cruising because everything just felt familiar. Like she said, because I used to go to trivias by myself. Like my parents are not into trivia, so I'll go to trivias, and then now I have my plus one. And we won three trivia.
Yeah, we were taking over.
It was it. So the shape of the nations, the countries, the I think it was like what was the event? Capitals, and then like the event.
So the first trivia we won, they would actually show like a state, and they would say, what is this state, right? And it's completely blank. And so I'm not gonna lie, like most of that was all Kevin. Like I really suck at geography. Like some of them are like, okay, I got, but like I would say no. So I'm gonna give all the props to Kevin. We also did a trivia where you had to name the capitals, and I think we did pretty good on that one too.
No, so remember what we did? We studied. The funny thing is we studied for it. Like
we got really competitive.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one we won?
I think it was like, what is this event that's held in
country,
So
they would show an event, and they would be like, what event is this,
like
and where and which country is it held in, like Holy for India,
Mardi Gras in
New Orleans. Yeah. So they would show just different places all over the world. So that was one. And another trivia that we participated in but did not win was for games. So I think we did pretty good on that one too, though. Despite not winning, they would just show like a screen cap from the game, and you had to like name it. And so that was really fun as well.
One guy got all of them right.
Yeah, one guy did get all of them right.
Props to that guy.
Props to him. It was really fun. And actually, one of the most memorable moments, I'd have to say, on the cruise was through trivia. We ended up meeting like this really older, like really well-traveled guy. Do you want to tell him more?
Yeah, so well-traveled as in he's been to like 120 plus countries. And basically, he approached us after we won the first trivia, the one about the country outline. And he just started telling us about his travels, like, right when the pandemic hit, he was on a cruise off the coast of Africa and passing by seashells or Seychelles. And just, he has like story after story. And my theory to Lisa was that because we wanted trivia, maybe he saw us as like quote unquote worthy enough to like talk to.
Yeah, those youngsters, they're well traveled, they're well versed in geography. I can go talk to them about my travels and they'll be enthralled. But in all seriousness, just talking to him just really made me want to travel even more when he was talking about the places that he's been, and things like that. And it's really cool too to know that, for him, he was mentioning he was on the cruise alone. So he's still actually motivating himself to go out there and explore and see different countries and do different things. So that was really cool. And so I really enjoyed the conversation that we had with them. We didn't actually mention to him that we were YouTubers or anything like that.
I think for me, the reason why I didn't bring it up was because first off, he told us that he supports the patrons for like Indigo Traveler, so he has like 1.3 million subs, and also someone else, I can only imagine, like probably 500,000 subs. So I guess it was like we didn't want to be judged by him kind of thing. Like we didn't want to be like, hey, we got this travel.
But also, we don't have a ton of travel content, and like I don't think we're like serious travelers. Like we're just going around, we're not reporting to say, oh, this is where the rich lives, this is where the middle class lives, this is where the poor lives.
Like a local tour guide.
We're not doing any of that. It's just like, hey, this seems fun, this is what we want to do. Let's take a photo and you can join us on our travels. So we weren't really sure if we were the type of channel that he'd follow anyway, so we just was like, whatever, we don't even have to mention it. But I really did enjoy talking to him, and we talked with him, we synced up at least 2 to 3 times because he would always come to the trivias as well. So it was kind of like, hey, like let's chat a bit. So it was just really, really nice talking to him. If you ever, this is a disclaimer, hello, if you ever come to our channel, to this guy, thank you, we really enjoyed your conversation. And
Martin,
you're really cool. Martin,
yeah, so definitely we love chatting with you, and the fact that we can chat for like 30 minutes post event, like that just show how much we really enjoy engaging with you, and just really we love learning about like all your travel stories. Like we can name a country on the map like Zimbabwe, and I'm sure you have a story about it.
Yeah,
like,
that was just amazing. That was just amazing.
So most memorable.
So along with talking and meeting the fellow named Martin, I would say another memorable moment was when you walk into the dining hall, they sing this song. It's like, washi, washi, good for you, good for me. Oh, good for me, good for you, or something like that.
Washi, good
yeah,
for you,
and so
makes you happy.
And so I never seen anything like that. I mean, obviously this is my first cruise, but I was like, oh, they're singing a song because they have like these little wash stations and sanitation stations, and it's especially important now, especially with COVID and everything. And so yeah, that was just like really, really cute. But so apparently they've always done that. It just isn't
so
something that they do. Yeah.
Like going back to my first cruise on the Norwegian Jam back in 2009, that's basically what you hear every single morning. Like we would go to breakfast and the guy would be spraying your hand, like, you know, with alcohol. Like washi washi, happy happy, smiley smiley. So, I mean, like I mentioned in one of the videos, people do kind of mock it, they meme it like, oh, washi washi, but then I never said it as a way to ridicule. Like I always loved the spirit that they were in, and how they will always be singing songs like, you know, I wanna like wash your hand. Like that's what they will always sing. They make it so entertaining. So I love the fact that, you know, 12 years later on different Norwegian ships, they're still doing it. Like washi washi, good for me, good for you, good for us.
Yeah, so that was an entirely new experience for me. In general, I just really, really enjoyed being on the cruise, and I can't wait for us to get back there. And for those of you who may be wondering, for COVID protocols, how we were able to actually even embark on the ship or go on the cruise was, first of all, you had to be fully vaccinated. We were both fully vaccinated, no problem, okay? Once you actually arrive to the port, you basically queue in line, and, you know, they check out, they basically check out your documents.
Your passport, and then your vaccine card.
Yeah, so they verify all of that, and once that's complete, you actually have a rapid test. And once you have that rapid test, you actually have to sit there and wait
for half an
hour for that to actually process. Now, as far as what happened, you would actually receive a text message when you were clear and free to go. However, there were several times when we would hear, hey, passenger by number 11111, please come see us. And I'm assuming those are the passengers that tested negative. I'm sorry, not positive. Those are the ones that tested positive and obviously did not have to go. If you were unable to go on a cruise because you were tested positive, from my understanding, they won't let you on board, obviously, but then they will provide like a credit for future use. But obviously,
I'm not 100% sure though. I'm not 100%.
No, I read it on I read it on like the fine print. However, with that being said, this cruise actually embarked, like it left from the port of Los Angeles. So if you're not like a California native, this could have been very inconvenient for you, because what if you flew there? Like obviously we had to fly there, so it's just like a bad situation in general. Prior to us actually leaving Texas, we actually both got tested, because it just makes no sense. And obviously we are always very, very cautious when we go out.
I did not eat out. Like I didn't dine out anywhere like the week prior. Like I didn't even go to the gym. Like that's how scared I was.
We definitely quarantined ourselves just to make sure. But yeah, it all worked out for us. And even when we went to the countries, once we were outside the ship, we were also always ensuring that we had on our mask as well. While you were on the ship, masks were optional. So it just really depends on what you wanted to do or what type of experience you wanted to have. But all in all, I have to say I really enjoyed my first cruise, and on the last day they were having announcements to say, hey, you know, these are the cruises that we're having in the future. This one is for 2022, this is for 2023. And I looked at Kevin and I was like, hey, do you want to book a cruise? And he's like, right now? And I'm like, yeah, let's book a cruise right now. And he was like, I don't know.
Yeah, let's think about it.
I felt like I was very impulsive, but I also wanted to definitely have this experience again. And
Haven.
Yes. I would really love to have this experience again in the future. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. We'll definitely keep you posted if we can go on another cruise and if we can experience the Haven.
Caribbean sounds nice, and I know the Norwegian Prima, so that's their next, like, I guess, class of ships, because we were on the Bliss. That's the same class as the Norwegian Joy. Those originally supposed to be for China, but they kind of rebranded. And then there's also Norwegian Encore. So those are the recent ships, and then Prima's gonna be like a whole new different class. So I would love to go on that.
And I looked for those Prima cruises, and for you, if you are a resident of Texas, it is actually leaving out of Galveston in 2023. I know that's very, very far ahead, and even I didn't want to book anything that far ahead. But I mean, you never know. Maybe we can get like really, really discounted rates if we were to book right now. I don't know. Wait. All right, so all in all, it was a very, very memorable experience for me. It was my first time cruising, and obviously it was our first time doing like a couples cruise. And even while we were on the ship, a few times they were like, oh, are you guys honeymooning? And it's like, no, we weren't.
No,
we weren't.
Or like we get the oh, you guys are a very fun couple kind of comment.
Oh yeah, we got that a few times. They would come up to us and they'd be like, hey, you're so awesome. Like, especially after we won the trivia, they would say, hey, thanks for representing the Haven. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then
no, the funny thing was, oh my god, babe, I did not recognize that lady. I recognized the two guys, but not the ladies. So when you said that to us, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Very, very nice. But a few times, yeah, people would come up to us and be like, oh, you guys are so cute together. Oh, you guys are a cool couple. And I'm just like, oh, like we try to be, you know, like I don't know. I think it's important to have fun with your partner. I think it's important to like laugh and jest and all of that. And I feel like together we bring out a different side of each other. So I really, really appreciate that. So
it
was fun. Yeah.
And oh yeah, for our ship, it can actually carry 4,000 people, but it was actually at less than half capacity. So it only carried 1,900. So it's kind of interesting that Lisa was mentioning like the demographics of like older people. Like on the cruises that I've been on in the past, there's a lot of little kids. And I know some people don't like being on a ship with like a lot of little kids. I'm pretty indifferent.
But what I think happened is that a requirement is that you're fully vaccinated. So if you are 12 and under, you're not eligible for the vaccine right now. So that actually prevented kids. And so yeah, it was just really teenagers, young adults, and obviously, you know, us and then older people. So it was really, really nice. And I dare say maybe it made it even a better cruise because I didn't have to hear like children screaming. Not to say that I don't love kids. However, I just want to relax on vacation. I don't want to hear yelling or screaming. And I'm sure that this is going to be a lot different in the future if we have any kids of our own. However, those are just my emotions at this time.
And there's something else that I was telling Lisa is that on a cruise, you know, everyone's on vacation mode. So people also tend to be much friendlier. So, you know, you can be in an elevator, like you can make quick conversation with them. They're almost always down to like talk to you just because like everybody's relaxed. So that's what I've always enjoyed about a cruise. Just everyone is just so friendly.
Yeah, everyone was pretty easygoing. So yeah. All right, so I guess that's really the end of it, at least my initial impressions. So thanks for watching our video, and if you've ever been on a cruise before, please let us know
like which one, and then which route did you guys go to, and like what was your favorite cruise or favorite port to visit?
And tell me, would you ever want to stay in the Haven? Like, I feel like everybody would, but maybe there's something I don't know. Tell me.
Just based on all the clips that we have shown you as well.
Yeah. All right, until next time.
Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and continue to watch our videos.
All right, guys. 再见。
再见。谢谢收看，拜。